Hey everybody, Smoking Joe's Garage. Smoking Joe. You know something? Today's Tuesday. It's 100 going to be 114 today. So what can you do? I can't play in my car, can't ride my motorcycle, can't do shit. So I figured, let me come in and make another video. I don't know what I'm going to talk about, but I'll think of something because I did a lot of shit in my life. Been a lot of places and seen a lot of things. So I'm going to tell some stories and shit like that. Okay. So it's going to be another hot one, and that's it. Got my father's t-shirt on. I'm good to go. Now, I talked about the Army the other day. That was great. I'm going to talk about today Ryan Carusi's and how I met Ryan Carusi. A lot of you know the story, but a lot of you don't. So here it goes. About 4 years ago, 5 years ago, I had a Kawasaki 900 Super Sport, red Italian. Oh my God, it sounded like a Ferrari when you got on it. It was wonderful. Now, at the time I was 80, or 79, whatever, when I got that bike. Mamma mia, it was fast. Fast to the point that you couldn't go slow. You didn't like to go slow, wanted to go fast all the time. And I rode it and I loved it. I loved riding it. But then I started, I get a little, I said, you know something? I'll tell you why. I got on it one time coming home from Connolly's. The bar had lunch. And I got on the freaking thing. Not showing off, I was by myself. Bing, I nailed it in first gear. It was 5-speed. Bing, second gear, it took off like a rocket ship. I shifted into third gear and that thing came up like this, I swear to God. Up in the air like this. I said, I got it down and it was a little wobbly, but I handled it, thank God. Rode nice home. And after that, I rode it a few times, nice and easy as I could. And then I said, Joe, that's a young man's motorcycle, and you're an old son of a bitch. Get rid of it. And I knew a guy wanted it. Guy had another Ducati. He was in his 20s. I sold it to him. Make a long story short. Gone. Now I got some cash right in my pocket. Sold it. My wife says to me, that's it, honey. You got your fat boy. You got your this. You don't need any more. Yeah. The next day, I'm riding around Cave Creek because there's a lot of motorcycle stores up and down Cave Creek. And I see this Down and Out. That's the name of it. Down and Out Cycles. And there's all motorcycles lined up out front, used. So I pull in. I got the cash money in my pocket. And I'm crazy like that. Make a long story short again, I look, and this little Sportster just caught my eye. It's a 2008 fuel injected, that's the key, Nightster. Beautiful. Needed me, it needed attention, it needed work, but basically it was all there. So I bought it, cash money on the spot, and the guy says to me, I said, give me a plate, I'll ride it home. I'll leave my car here, my truck, I had my truck. As I come back, he said, no, we'll deliver it tomorrow. I said, oh, beautiful. So I left there, and right next door, I see all these motorcycles out front. I walk down there, what the hell? It says, something originals, Harley Davidson. So I opened the door, I walked in. Little storefront next to a bar. Carusi Originals. So I walk in, and Trent, I didn't know who it was, sitting at the desk. And I walked in, and I says, hey, I was just next door. I bought a Sportster. I says, what do you guys do? Well, Trent says, oh, we build, he started saying something. The next thing, here comes Ryan. He comes out, they got the door there, like a nice door. He comes out into the showroom, into the office front. And he says, hi, I'm Ryan Carusi. And I said, I'm Joe Maselli. So we get to bullshitting a little bit. I said, what do you guys do? Well, instead of blowing me off, at that time I'm 79, 80 years old. I'm an old son of a bitch. Instead of blowing me off and saying, oh, we build custom bikes and go on about his work, this guy, I was there for an hour and a half. And he explained how they built this race bike and they won with the race bike with one of the. He showed me the whole shop, and he showed me his equipment and what they do and what they didn't do, and then he said, "Oh yeah, we got the YouTube channel and blah blah blah." Anyway, you know how you could judge somebody right away? I do. I can judge somebody. I can look in somebody's eyes two ways. You shake a guy's hand. I don't do this fist bump. You got to do it today. I don't know why. But before the fist bump, you shook the fucking hand. I still shake the hand wherever I can. You can shake a guy's hand, and you know if he's a piece of shit or not by the handshake. That's number one. Number two, you look him in the eye. This guy was, he was the real deal. He looked me in the eye, shook my hand, nice, mama mia, okay. So an hour and a half later, I said, hey, he says, Joe, stop back and see us again. I said, I'd love to, man. So you know what? I go out, get my car and go home. I said, Carusi Originals is on YouTube. I'm going to check it out. I go onto YouTube, and I'm not big on how to do all that shit. But I figured it out how to get on and hit the apps or whatever, and then you get it. Then you gotta hit the other thing, and then you get it. And then I'm looking, and it says search. So I put the search on, Carusi. Next thing I know, I swear to God, 100 and 200 videos come out. I got hooked. You hear about binge watching? I fucking binge watched his videos for 3 days, on and off. And I couldn't believe two things. Number one, how these freaking guys do stunts and can ride these motorcycles, because that's amazing. But number two, my background is mechanical because, that's a whole nother story. But my background's mechanical. I've been a million machine shops, sheet metal shops, all kinds of manufacturing companies in my day when I was working. And I know good work from bad work because that's what I did for a living, most of it. So I started looking at his videos, that not only his work, but how he does shit. And I said to myself, I've been around a long time. And you don't see a lot of guys working and paying attention and as meticulous as Ryan Carusi. I ain't kissing his ass, because if he was a shithead, I'd say he was a shithead, but he ain't. Let me tell you, he's a great mechanic. Mechanical guy. So, anyway, now I started going back. Well, I didn't go back for a while, but when I did go back, I was, Mamma Mia, I turned on to my friends, to your video, beep, beep, beep. I got him a lot more subscribers, because you know what I did? I told my friends. Now I get to be a little friendly with them. You know what I mean? We're friends now. We're bullshitting, smoke a little bit, whatever. A lot. But he says to me one day, you know what, Joe, you keep telling me about this freaking garage of yours. Because I showed him a couple of pictures. I says, hey, I've been collecting shit for 60 plus years in that garage. I says, you should come and look at it. That's all I'm asking. Because I want you to come to my garage, hang out with me. Well, Make a long story short, he calls me up one day and says, I'm bringing Jake over and we're going to make a movie of your garage. And they did. It's called Smoking Joe Takes a Nap. It's on his YouTube channel. He was there for about an hour and a half, and we sat down and we bullshitted, and then I showed him around all my shit, the motorcycle, everything. It was nice. But you know what? He posted it, whatever, they put it up there. And the next thing I know, he says to me, Joe, a lot of people thought you were a good guy, or liked you, whatever, but my man, that's nice, you know, good. I didn't even know from the videos, but make a long story short, and I keep saying that, but that's what you do when you get old, because you don't want to tell the whole freaking story. So, make a long story short again, I enjoyed it. I liked watching it. I laughed my ass off. So then I went to the shop a couple of times. They were filming. They put me in the video. Then they bought me the mannequin. And it built up and it built up and it built up. Now, look at this. This is 3 years. I'm making my own videos. Mamma mia. It's amazing. You know what? Only in America could you be doing this. This world is so fucked up right now. We gotta fix it. It is all, we all know how we gotta fix it. But it's unbelievable that we could do what we do. And you see how these other poor people are living. I went and got a haircut, whatever. And the girl is from Ukraine. They're blowing up her buildings. Thank God she's over there. She got here. A lot of them didn't get here. Her brothers were there. Brothers, early 20s. He wants to go back and fight. And I can understand that. It's his country. I'd go fight too. But he knows if he goes back, the chances of him making it, anyway. But you know what? He's so depressed, the guy. He misses his country. Can you imagine? You can't imagine. We don't want to ever imagine. But, you know something? I don't want to talk about that no more. I want to talk about Carusi. He's a good guy. So we got to be real friendly. Then I started going on little trips with him, rides. And you know something? This is a true story. I got that little Sportster. I was going to learn how to do wheelies and drifting. Because I said to myself, I watched what they do. I see the shows. They go to the lot on Sunday mornings in the nice weather. They're crazy. Not crazy. They're good. So I said, I gotta fucking do that. I said, I'm gonna do it, and then I'm gonna be, when he goes with the shows, like he had 1 and 2 in Mexico, San Diego, I'm gonna, at the end of the show, he goes like, and here's Smoking Joe, the oldest stunt rider ever, 80, whatever, how old I'll be then, 82 years old. Go get him, Smoking Joe. And I'd come out on that little Sportster, doing them wheelies, and the back brake, drifting. So I was practicing. Not really. I started a little bit, scared the shit out of me a little bit, but I've been riding all my life. I said this in another video. When I rode, you kept the tires on the road, not up here, or you didn't have to drag your hand or whatever. So that's so I went down. Joe Low Shoulder, they call me now, or Joe Low Shoulder. They used to call me Joey Fall Down because we were in a pizza place. Me and all my buddies. It was icy. It was in New York, years and years ago. We were all in the pizza place. We're having a good time. Me and 3 of my buddies. Dave Biaggi, Sammy was there, somebody else. Anyway, we walked out, and boom, I went on my ass. And I got up again, boom, I went on my ass again. But this guy, Biaggi, was good. He said, hey, everybody's got to have a fucking nickname. You are now officially Joey Fall Down. So I was Joey Fall Down. Now I'm Joey Low Shoulder. Anyway, I'm just having a good time, folks. You know something? I looked at the last video I put out. I think Sammy's the only one that watches it. Sammy and a couple other guys. But that's okay because I have fun doing it. And you know what's nice? I play these things back to make sure I don't really look like a jerk or something like that. I ain't no jerk. But I play them back and then I laugh at myself. And it's good that you could laugh at yourself. Because, you could be a little stupid and it's true. So, that's what I guess I'm saying. So I don't give a shit if you like them, if you don't like them. If I got 10 subscribers, it's only 20, whatever I got. I don't care. You know why? I got Sammy watching, I know. A few other good guys, friends of mine now. Some new friends are watching them. That's important to me. If I could make you laugh, if I could tell you a story, it's wonderful. I got a new prop here. So I'm going to sign off, but I got to tell you this. Watch this. Peace.